And now a word with Gary George, pastor of the Adams Village Baptist Church.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to share with you for a few moments our journey as a church family towards one board governance. As Jared mentioned, I've been pastor at Adams Village Baptist Church over 4 years. And one of the things that I learned fairly quickly with our church family is that there was some frustration about getting enough people to serve on our boards. And in reviewing the Constitution, I noticed that the Constitution declared that we needed 9 members on the Board of Trustees, the Board of Deacons, and the Board of Christian Education. And since we're a small church, the church has been challenged over the years, and especially since surviving and coping with COVID for the last couple of years, that challenge became even more apparent for our church family. And as I talk with people, people would say there's got to be another way. There's got to be another way we can do this. People are burned out. People are tired. They don't want to serve for 3 years. They don't want to spend a lot of time in meetings. And the nominating committee obviously had a great challenge every year trying to get people to be able to serve. I reached out to Jim, Kelsey, and Jared, and have always been supportive. And Jim acquainted me with some ideas about the possibility of looking at one board governance. And be honest, I hadn't heard about that. And we talked about that at a meeting and encouraged me to get a book, which I have here. I'm going to encourage, if any of you are interested, it's entitled Governance and Ministry, Rethinking Board Leadership by Dan Hotchkiss. Very good reading, and it'll really give you a good foundation in terms of the structure of one board governance and what that looks like in terms of how that would function, especially in a small church. And of course, COVID hit, and that brought about all its frustrations, and but we managed, we survived. And I think after in 2022, our leaders began to really seriously consider one board governance and what that could mean for our church. And what really helped, as I talked to Dr. Kelsey, and we talked about inviting him to come up and have a presentation, which he did. And we had about 20, 25 people in attendance. Of course, some people were really excited. Some people, I have to be honest, didn't quite understand why we're doing this. Some people questioned, is this really going to be helpful? But the seeds were planted. The seeds were planted and people began thinking about this. Well, as we managed COVID and all that business, last year, a few of our leaders came to me and said, we really appreciated Dr. Kelsey coming up. We don't want to lose focus and lose what he was able to share with us. And so I've had a few key leaders say, we need to continue working on this together or it's going to die. And fortunately, we have a few leaders that are able to do that. So we're excited. Things are moving in a positive direction. And again, Dr. Kelsey has offered to come up and offer support, which I know he will. And if we have further questions, and I think probably down the road, we're going to need that to help kind of really put this together in a way that's going to work for us.